Welcome to the Sowing Seed Podcast. One guy's thoughts on family, faith, farming, and financial freedom. Now from the studio in EIEIO, where the only traffic jam is getting behind a tractor on the road, here's your host, Matt Miller.
I'm sure you've heard somebody over the years or along the way in your life say something to the effect that you don't count your chickens before they hatch. We learned the hard way the purpose of that statement several years ago here at the farm when we decided that we were going to try hatching some of our own birds in an incubator in the house, and then of course putting them out on the farm. Never forget, we had an incubator full of eggs. And I don't remember the specifics right now. I've got a couple books that we read and could always refer to if we chose to do this again. But we waited and we waited and we did everything that we thought that we needed to do and could do to make sure that those eggs hatched. And the day that they were supposed to hatch came and went with nothing happening. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. In fact, I've got a lot of respect for the hatcheries out there that sell baby chicks to farms like ours, because they obviously have this whole thing figured out with the ability to produce and hatch eggs at a regular enough frequency to be able to literally sell new birds on a weekly basis throughout much of the year. Well, that couldn't apply more to our lives as well. In fact, that was really driven home for me here in the last few days. We were in the middle of some business dealings, and it looked like after having a little bit of a dry spell that we were going to have 3 different people that were going to end up stepping up to the plate and moving forward with our program. And I couldn't have been more sure about all 3 of them. Well, 2 of them have panned out. One of them is still uncertain what will end up happening, because I got a phone call the other day, I guess yesterday, and in the midst of the conversation found out that a friend had reached out and had an opportunity, and whereas we had spent about 8 weeks together touching base and developing a relationship that I thought couldn't have been stronger than any I had developed over the years, that one is still uncertain as to what the outcome will be. You can't count your chickens before they hatch. Until the bottom line, the dotted line, is signed, until that agreement, until that payment is processed, don't count them. Keep working the numbers. Keep doing what you need to do. Keep your pipeline always and totally full, so that in the event that some of those chickens don't come to hatch, you've got more in the wings. We chose, when it came to raising chickens, that we didn't have the time or the desire to get into the minutia necessary to hatch our own eggs. So we've cottoned to buy them and have them mailed in. In fact, you can look at Sowing Seeds YouTube channel or our Facebook page to see some of the birds that we've gotten in over the years, video and photos, because in doing so, we allow the hatchery to do what they do best and what they're experts at, so that we don't have to. Now, not all those chicks that we receive will make it to adulthood, as we found out several months ago when we lost 21 birds in one night because of raccoons. So just keep that in mind. in your life. Keep moving forward. Keep working the numbers. And just don't count them until the deal is done. Until they're hatched.
Thanks for listening. Check out our website, sowingseed.net, the Sowing Seed channel on YouTube, and if you got something out of today's podcast, give us a 5-star review on your podcast player of choice. Until next time, go plant the seed you need to succeed.